If there is one surefire way to improve your champion, that would be gear and relics, and I definitely need to craft some of those. Hey you guys, it's Cece. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am on my Cece Raids account, and as I said, I'm going to be doing some crafting. I am specifically looking at relics today. If you guys can recall, we had community week going on where we actually got our chance to get our hands on a legendary relic. And in terms of the votes and what actually ended up winning, with 63% of the votes, it was the Wand of Submission. So hopefully you guys went in and voted and had your say, and now we all have this lovely wand here. Now, for my account, I did not have any legendary relics. I actually had very few relics, so I was actually quite excited about this. I'll actually show you guys what I'm working with on this account specifically. So in terms of what is in my relic storage, it is just the wand. This build up for this one singular relic that I actually have, which is this one, and that's it. I don't think I have an unholy grail here, a golden elixir here, and I think that might be it. Oh, I do have this epic one on this champ. And yeah, that's it in terms of everything else. So I have very few relics actually equipped to my champions. So I actually wanted to go ahead today and do a bit of crafting to see what we can get. There's a few different things I can actually go about and craft. I do have Alice's Adventure and I have the Chimera as well. Now I'm going to start with Alice's Adventure because I've actually been hanging on to these, trying to figure out when I actually want to do crafting. So I figured today is going to be the day, we may as well. So I'm going to go ahead, start in with the legendary fragments I do have here to see what we do have the potential of getting. And of course, we do have a 50% chance to craft one of these standards. And then a 50% for Alice's Adventure, which does include the Cat's Gaze as well as Hatter's Reserve. So Cat's Gaze, I mean, if you know, it is a very good relic. So I would be happy to see that. Who knows, maybe we'll get another wand. We saw I do actually have one of these Gilded Dragonstone, and then along here there's these ones as well. I don't have these, you guys saw. So we'll see what we can actually get. We're gonna go ahead and start here with a 39.5% chance of the legendary, 60% chance of an epic, and hopefully something really usable, which we're starting off with the Cat's Gaze. Super excited about this one. It is a very, very good one, and we'll see what we can get on the next one. But the fact that we're starting off with that is excellent. Let's see. I don't think we're going to do it again, but we'll see. What else can we potentially get? Imagine we get another one. Yeah. As I said it, let's go. Finally, my champions will definitely be improved. So for this one, the wearer ignores 10% of the target's defense when attacking enemies with higher max HP. This against bosses. Let's go. Count slowly but surely getting better here. All right, let's go into these ones next. So 4% chance legendary, 35.95% chance of epic, and 60% rare with our group chances, of course. Go ahead and craft. And Hatter's Reserve. So wearer receives 5% less damage from enemies whose attack is lower than the wearer's. Also inflicts 5% more damage to enemies whose max HP is lower than the wearer's. I feel like this can be good in certain scenarios. Still a good relic. Very, very happy about this because I didn't have that one, you guys, as you saw. Didn't have. So all of this is going to be huge improvements for my actual champions here. So Journal of Necrotos. Sometimes I feel like when I say words out loud, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but somehow in my head it sounds fine, so we're gonna go with it. Where heals and turn meter increase effects applied to allies are boosted by 15%. Specific for who I'm going to put this on, but honestly, any and all relics are going to be an improvement based on the fact that we're starting with 0 here. Rod of Blasphemy. Wearer receives 2% less damage if under any debuffs. Okay. I mean, I showed you guys with the champs that I have. So even the ones that are like the rares that aren't maybe not amazing, it's still going to be at least a little something we're getting. Wearer's turn meter increases by 10% whenever one of their allies dies. Oh, that's an interesting one. I'm curious, do you guys have any favorite relics or ones that stand out to you? Comment down below and let me know which ones you like. Go ahead and put these guys in. Okay, so now that I'm kind of mixing up, so this gives me a 1.86% chance of the legendary, 23.43 of epic, and then 74.69. Or I could also do this and kind of mix up my chances here a little. We're gonna keep it. We'll keep it all Alice's, may as well, and then we'll kind of change it up. So another Journal of, Necrotos. However, I said that earlier. And then I guess we have no choice but to put this guy in. Let's see what this one is going to craft us. I'm assuming we're getting a lot of rares now, kind of moving forward, because that's kind of the stuff that I have here. But we did get a Molten Death Bell. Wearer's turn meter increases by 10% when applying stun, sleep, fear, true fear, freeze, provoke, petrification, and sheep debuffs to enemies. Occurs once per turn. Ooh, definitely make use out of that. And golden elixir. So the wearer is instantly healed by 10% when their HP drops below 50%. Nice for a little bit more survivability in here. Next thing is going to be figuring out which of my champs are actually getting these relics. Wearer's turn meter reduction effects boosted by 15%. I have a few champions that can actually work well on. I recently was going over some of my champions, talking about turn meters, so I already have some in mind potentially. Wearer receives 2% less damage if under any debuffs, which we know in many parts of this game you get tremendously debuffed. How many journals are we going to be seeing in here? That's the question. I can actually do some clan crafting as well. So this one, wearer's defense increases by 1% for each ally under an ally protection buff placed on them. I think it's not gonna be as easy as just tossing these relics on. I actually have to figure out who these are gonna work the best on. Wearer's turn meter reduction effects boosted by 5%. And then as I said, I could do some of the clan ones. Should we try this one out? Mix it up and see. Black Shroud Fan. Wearer receives 2% less damage from ally protection effects or buffs placed on them. Okay, back to Chimera. At this point, I kind of want to just craft everything that I've pretty much got. So Holy Grail. I don't know if I got this one earlier, possibly. Wearer receives 2% more. Sorry, wearer deals 2% more damage of under any debuff. As I said, tons of debuffs happening in this game, so pretty excited for some of these guys that we're getting. I don't believe I got 2 of the Cats and Keys ones though. Ooh, epic. Wearer's damage increases by 1% each time any other champion takes a turn when the wearer is under a Veil or Perfect Veil buff stacks up to 30%. Damage bonus resets after the wearer takes a turn. Ooh, taking advantage of the Veil and Perfect Veil. I see. We got that one earlier. Again, what are we gonna get more of? The journal, that one. If you guys do any crafting, do you notice one of a specific type of relic that just seems to pop up more? I mean, it should be equal chances, but I feel like, I don't know. We've definitely gotten this one. Finish this off and see. As you can see, I've kind of been sitting on these guys for a little bit. I haven't done any relic crafting on this account literally until now. So I feel like this will be a little bit of a boost, which will be nice. Oh, I don't think I've gotten this one yet. Mask of Rage. Wearer receives 5% less damage from enemies under a Provoke debuff. I honestly, off the top of my head, feel like I only have like one champion potentially built that does Provoke, but I mean, there's gear as well. Wearer has a 20% chance to deal 10% more damage when attacking. Okay. Lower damage output. And oh, we can do last one here. And then Molten Deathbell. I actually got this one earlier, but honestly, you guys, let's go back to my collection. Oh, look at the improvement. We went from 0 to some very, very useful stuff here. But honestly, I'm most excited. The fact that we got 2 of these guys, super exciting. Also, we got that guy. And I actually have to figure out who I want to put my Wand of Submission onto. But genuinely super excited because this will be one way I can improve my champions. If you download Raid Shadow Legends using my link, I'm actually going to start you off with the free legendary champion on day 1. And then at level 10, level 20, and level 30, you'll get yourself an epic. That is 4 amazing champions that you can get just by downloading using my link. I'm excited for my relic crafting today. As I said, it's going to be nice to improve things a little bit and figure out who is going to be getting what. So my question for you guys is, who are you going to put your Wand of Submission on? Comment down below and let me know. And be sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos, as I am putting a new video every day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!